Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to use Python and a simple machine learning technique called k-means clustering to extract the dominant colors from an image. In this case, this beautiful modern interior design. This is a fun and useful project for anyone interested in design, data science, or computer vision. And by the end, you'll see how just a few lines of code can generate a clean color palette from any picture. Here's the result. These are the top 5 dominant colors that the algorithm picked out from the image. They perfectly represent the tones in the room: warm neutrals, soft whites, and some darker accent shades. Now, let's break down the code, step by step to see how this works. We start by importing 4 libraries. Pill, or pillow, is used for opening and handling images. K-means from scikit-learn is the machine learning algorithm that finds clusters, in our case, color clusters. NumPy helps us handle the image data efficiently as arrays, and Matplotlib is used to visualize the final color palette. Next, we open the image. If you wanted, you could display the image using plt.imshow img, but here it's commented out since we're focusing on color extraction. The next line converts the image into a NumPy array, which basically turns every pixel into a list of RGB values: red, green, and blue. Reshape, binary 1, 3, flattens the image so that instead of a 2D grid of pixels, we have one long list where each pixel is represented by 3 numbers. So if the image had 1,000,000 pixels, now we have 1,000,000 rows and 3 columns, one for each color channel. Now comes the machine learning part. We initialize a k-means model, asking it to find 5 clusters, which means we want 5 dominant colors. What happens here is that k-means groups all the pixel colors into 5 clusters based on how similar their RGB values are. At the end, it gives us the center of each cluster, which represents the dominant color. Those centers are stored in colors, which is basically a 5x3 matrix, 5 colors, each with 3 RGB components. If you print it, you'll see values like 220, 210, 200. Those correspond to shades of color found in your image. Next, we have a helper function called plot colors that displays these dominant colors in a nice rectangular palette. Let's walk through that function quickly. Here we're creating a simple figure. The width of the figure scales with the number of colors, in this case, 5. We then normalize the RGB values by dividing by 255, since Matplotlib expects color values between 0 and 1. Inside the loop, we draw one rectangle for each color. Each rectangle is filled with the normalized RGB value. That's how we get our color swatches. We remove axis ticks and labels, since we only want to see the colors. And finally, we show the figure with a title: Dominant Color Palette. And that's it. In just about 20 lines of code, we've extracted and visualized the dominant colors from an image using k-means clustering. This technique is super useful for designers, photographers, and anyone working with visuals. You can apply it to any image, artwork, landscapes, fashion photos, to generate instant color inspiration. If you want to try it yourself, just replace the image file name and adjust the number of clusters to get more or fewer colors. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.